Welcome to another episode of Standby with JJ and Francisco. I'm Francisco, and this is
JJ, hello, and this week, I've shown up with a mystery injury today because I was enjoying some drinking alone time a couple of
Yes.
days ago. So that's generally
so. This is basically an intervention for this whole episode is an intervention to find out what happened
yeah,
with JJ's injury.
yeah,
So
it didn't work.
listen up
I've not been intervened.
and have a drink and listen to this episode.
Yeah, there you go. Get your flavored vodka out.
All right.
It's just the fact I don't like reality TV because it's not real. It's
I-
scripted.
yeah.
It's still scripted.
And I just don't like being strung along.
No.
But I feel that way about
No, I-
documentaries
I
too.
like
Just get to the
scripted.
point. Tell me the thing. I like scripted. Scripted
I
is
like
my favorite
story.
as well.
I like the right.
Yeah.
I like. Okay, this is like an
Yeah.
actual skill to do of like
Yeah, I want some jokes and some calculated.
yeah or drama like
Yeah.
no, but like when it's like
But like I
reality
said, yeah,
TV.
when I've tried to watch reality TV, I'm just like, everything that happened before the last commercial break seems to be happening again and again. They're just repeating it to go.
Yeah, of
This
course.
This is what happened 15 minutes ago. And I'm like, I don't care.
yeah that's what they
Just
that-
it could be 20 minutes, which is disappointing because I had an ex-girlfriend who used to want me to watch Bachelor with her, and that used to be my thing. I was like, it's not an hour show to me, but it takes an hour, and it's
So you had to
driving
watch
me
it with her?
nuts. No,
What's
I
it?
don't think
Which
we
one
ever-
did she watch? The one with the dudes or the one with the girl?
Well, I don't think I don't know because I never watched it.
Oh,
So,
oh you didn't watch
but I
it
think
together.
she likes it. I think she likes all of that. Or I think a lot of women like all of that stuff. And then
No, I
for
mean, I
me,
know a
I'm
lot
like,
of guys who watch that too. Oh, I got a buddy who
Yeah.
watches that.
yeah.
But I don't know which one is it. Like the one where all the dudes are there and there's a girl, and then
Does it
the-
matter? It doesn't matter, does it? It's
no,
just
because
another
I
one
guess
of-
if I'm a guy, I want to watch where.
Oh, you want more women on the screen?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I get it.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah,
watching-
that's true. Yeah, I mean, I don't watch them, so. But yes, that must be. If there's only one woman, you must be okay. I know her now, and
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. That's
It
enough.
becomes a
Enough-
relationship.
Enough of that. Yeah, you're like just
Yeah.
picking the guy.
Yeah. So. I
Yeah.
don't watch that.
Yeah, no, it's not for me either, man. You know.
Yeah. How's your foot?
Yeah. So you see me limping? So I'm limping around.
Yeah. What happened, bro?
I got
mean, I thought it's because you're just getting old, but no.
Probably is.
I mean,
It's probably got something, but I think it's a drinking injury. it's
Like-
well, I had a few drinks on Saturday night. And I picked up some injuries.
I mean, like
day.
that you got drunk. You
I
got
did.
blackout
I got drunk. I got.
But like,
I wasn't.
so how many
bl-
drinks?
It's not
was this?
blackout drunk. It was a lot. There's a.
I mean, if you don't remember what happened, then obviously you're.
Well, I remember what happened, but you wake up with mystery injuries.
No, that's what an alcoholic person says.
that-
That's not. Oh fuck! I left. I don't have a family anymore. Yeah, because you're an alcoholic.
no, that's not true at all, man. I had. Well, it's only the limp only showed up today too. It's been 2 days
Oh, okay.
since I got drunk 2 days ago. And yes, I did. I was having a good time. I was watching a lot of Saturday Night Live. So
Uh-huh.
it was Saturday night because that's what
And
I
by the way,
love,
this is by
sketch
yourself.
comedy. And yes, it is by.
So,
You think you think this is gonna go to a humiliating direction, but I'm like, no, of course I was.
no, it already went.
I was watching I watched the 8:30 version of Saturday Night Live.
I love
and
sketch shows.
And I finished my vodka. I finished my proper vodka,
Okay.
and it was only 10 o'clock. And then another like an old, I think like a Martin Short Saturday Night Live came on. I was like, this is
Ah.
good.
And you're like, fuck, time to get blackout.
Well, I did not. You keep going back to that. Well, I want to be clear. I was not blacking out, but I did move. I did get excited and move my furniture around, and I started doing things that I thought,
Ah, so you're productive.
and then
drunk.
I can be I'm a happy, productive drunk generally, but I think the mistake I made was I got into the Christmas stash, the last year's Christmas stash. I have cinnamon vodka.
Oh.
That's been yeah. It's been I know it's been sitting on my fridge like all year, like since Christmas.
Because
And,
vodka doesn't go bad, right?
I don't think alcohol goes bad, man.
No, alcohol can go bad. If you like
Maybe
wine
sh-
can
maybe
go bad.
wine. Okay, yes, like sugars and stuff like that can go bad, but I think I don't know. I've never had alcohol sitting around Lo-
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
they-
whiskeys,
'cause that's what you-
tequila,
Yeah, because
maybe.
it's
I
what
don't
you
know.
put pig's feet in if you want. Like
Yeah.
you can. Yeah, vodka can stick around.
But beer can go bad too. Beer can go bad.
Beer can go bad. Yeah, beer can get
So I
skunky.
guess,
It depends on what additives. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I just drink the stuff.
Yeah.
But
Apparently.
the cinnamon vodka move, because I noticed that half the bottle was gone. So I obviously got really optimistic at 10
Jeez.
o'clock and finished off the cinnamon vodka. I have a few
Cinnamon
nicks on
vodka.
my shin from running into my coffee table. Because that's what happens. I lose the spatial awareness. I'm still having fun, but I'm not feeling any of the
So
pain.
you become Edward Scissorhands after you fucking like you can't even.
That would be
like,
worse. I do have an injury on my head too. I have see a cut on my
Jeez.
head.
Well, no, show it
Now-
to them.
Yeah, see, so I cut my head as well, but that
Fuck.
that was a next day
I mean-
thing. No, hold on. Let me justify this before you go back to your you blacked out well. I did not black out. So this happened, the head injury happened the next day because I had moved my furniture
next
around.
day.
It was the next day. I was very hungover and I dropped something on the floor and I bent down to pick it up and hit my head on a table. So that was a great move. But that was enough. That was enough for me to go, okay, Jay, you deserve to be in bed all day. So I thought that was fine, but I did not feel. So it wasn't until today. So 2 days afterwards,
This
I
feels
got
like a
today,
short that was.
and I now have a limp. So I somehow have sprained my toe. Who knows? Maybe I sprained my toe some other way, but
Yeah.
the injury has shown up now. So I am limping around. I got nicks. It's just a sign of a good night. It was
No, that's not a sign of a good night.
It was a good, fun lock-in
No.
night.
No.
And-
I mean, a
yeah.
sign of a good night is not getting destroyed. You know, before you didn't even know what happened.
Well, I've recovered. I know what happened. I was here in my apartment
No, but you
watching
started-
Saturday Night Live.
But then you don't know how it
Enjoying
happened,
myself.
the injury, how you hit yourself.
I know how I hit myself there. I know how I got a nick on my shin, but I don't know how I sprained my foot. I don't know how I got this limp all of a sudden. It'll go away. Maybe it's a sporting injury. Maybe I just
Did you do any
Maybe I
sports?
did lots of. Maybe I did
Like-
lots. Maybe I blacked out. Maybe I did black out and I did a bunch of
I
sports.
I feel like I'm fucking
And that's
cop
why-
telling like talking to a homeless guy. You know, it just must have been like a sports injury. Like what?
That's the best
like-
excuse. That is what I would say. If you were a doctor, I would have to go. Oh, I was obviously playing some. I wasn't drinking all night watching Saturday Night Live. I'll tell you that right now. It was definitely sports. Actually I'd go another one. I was rescuing a kitten from
Yeah.
a tree, and I've sprained my toe. No, I mean I was careful. I only tweeted once in the whole, which is actually against my rules. But I did tweet once during my drinking because I did tweet out that I'm.
Yeah, because you were all so fucked up with you couldn't even tweet because you were so injured.
No. What is this world that you're trying to paint? That's not.
I don't know. You were banging yourself against the wall.
No, I banged myself on my table. Next time you get drinking injuries, I'm gonna
I've
remember
never had a drinking
how
injury.
You've never had a drinking.
No.
You've never drank then.
No, I don't like to drink to get drunk. I never. That's
Right.
not my thing.
Yeah.
I don't. I got
Nobody
drunk.
likes to drink to get drunk. We have to.
No, that's the thing. that's my. I don't get drunk. I drink because I like it, and if I start feeling getting drunk, I stop.
Yes. Well, here are the things that I reminded myself of on Saturday night when I was drinking. Because once I cracked into the cinnamon vodka, I knew it was potentially regretful. Because there's a reason why your flavored vodka sits there all year since Christmas.
I mean, why you even have
So-
cinnamon vodka? That's the question.
Yeah, let's just say it was a gift
Oh, okay.
that I was like, oh, I'll cherish this. I'm sure I will drink this
From
soon.
my girlfriend.
But
You never buy cinnamon vodka.
yeah, there are certain alcohols
That's fine.
that don't get purchased. You end up
Yeah.
with these liqueurs and these weird flavored
Cinnamon vodka.
vodkas on top. But I have no regrets. I mean, I need to heal a bit on my head, but it was very enjoyable. I rewarded I do remember thinking on Saturday night when I finished off the first bottle of vodka, I remember thinking
First bottle? Wow.
well, yeah,
jeez.
that's clear. Why
mean-
is this coming as a surprise to
I
you?
mean, the
that-
fact that you finish a bottle by yourself, that's a lot.
all right, it was already half done.
That's still a
But
lot.
it was a big 40-ouncer, so
Jeez.
and now and I got halfway through the cinnamon vodka. It's flavored vodka does not help your hangover. But I remember on Saturday thinking, I have all day Sunday. I have some clerical work to do, So it's all right. So I can drink, but I accomplished nothing on
Of course.
Sunday. You know, I forgot because I haven't been drinking that much during the pandemic, during quarantine. I've been drinking here and there, but I hadn't celebrated
Yeah.
with my own company the way I did on Saturday. And once again, no regrets,
Yeah.
even though you're going to try to go there. So I hadn't really let loose. But I tweeted out once. I did tweet out that I was going into the cinnamon vodka. I said, I don't know how your Saturday night's going. So I did that once because I generally have a rule that you turn all social media off.
Oh, really?
Once you drink. Yeah. You
Well,
don't
that's
have,
I mean, that tells you that you already have a problem. That if you have a rule, to you don't like. I never have a rule.
No, I
of
don't.
like,
I don't think that's a problem. I think that's a responsibility.
No, that's good.
That's like
I mean,
turning
it's
your
good.
phone off. Yeah, everything seems bad to you, but this is not. This is the issue. Some people can be smiley and happy and are nice when they're drunk.
That's true.
But then other
That's
people
true.
are.
I
So,
like that.
Yeah. So if you're gonna approach me like, oh God,
No, but you're
this
saying that.
means you have
But you're
a
saying that
problem,
you've been
like-
doing that. You have a rule because you do this often. Like you get drunk often, so you're like, I have a rule that when I get drunk every week, I don't tweet. You know, that's like,
Okay,
that's where I.
you have filled in a lot of words there. Especially considering 2 minutes ago I told you I haven't been drinking very much during the quarantine. I've been very healthy.
It is good that you don't tweet.
I've been
or do
cooking.
anything
Yeah,
drinking.
I've been really
Or text
healthy
girls.
and cooking a lot, and that's what you need to avoid.
Yeah,
As soon as that
because that's what happens. It's not the
It's-
Twitter,
yeah.
but it's the texting.
everything's
girls.
regretful. Yeah, and stuff that you think is clever.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
and then they just don't
And
get
then
it.
you're
You're
like,
like,
"That makes sense,"
and then
yeah.
you read it like the next day, and you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
wasn't-
I didn't word that well
That's
at
true.
all. So that's a good rule to
Yeah,
have
yeah, it's
to
true.
turn off. And it also, I think I'm good at getting in the habit of not just turning off the world. That's why I like it. If I like, it was just me,
Just
and
blacking out the world.
It was me, and yeah, there you go. Yes, Francisco, I blacked out. In fact, somehow I wound up with 4 bottles of flavored vodka. Do you ever do that? You start drinking your flavored vodka, you
No,
black
because
out,
I
and you
fi-
wake
I
up the
like-
next day
'cause this is
with
what
more
happens.
flavored vodka.
This is
sitting
what
around.
happens. Like the person that got drunk, like JJ, he tells a story. and
Like
he's,
JJ.
no, I'm saying like an example. Like they always tell the story. Like no, it wasn't that bad. It was cinnamon vodka, and it was nice, and I was watching. But then you that's your story. But then you actually, it's kind of like in a movie when they show that version and then they show the other version, and it's just you
And I
going,
was dancing around my apartment, tripping over my coffee table.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
how you
you're
get sick.
fucking like-
It'd be good if you had a play-by-play afterwards.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so JJ, you think you played a pretty good game the other night?
Yes.
Let's go back and look at things frame by
Yes.
frame. Here's where you stubbed your foot.
Yes.
This is where you actually hit your head. It wasn't the next morning,
Yeah,
like you're trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
tell
yeah, yeah.
everybody.
And hey, and also you did it. That cinnamon vodka, it wasn't a gift. You bought it.
You did it to yourself. I took the little note off that said, "Hey, this is for you," but I wrote it. I wrote the note. You know, open in the case of not necessarily emergency, but just hey, you got to do something on a Saturday night. And, so yeah, I think it's good to behave by those rules because you
But
also
it's
you don't
true.
want to start looking at other. Well, actually, social media is a bitch. Even in sobriety, I have a rule
Actually,
of
the
like not
best
doing
thing-
social media after noon. I try to turn social media off past noon. I wake up, I go, okay, it's clerical time. Take care of emails.
What's clerical time?
Like doing your paperwork, like answering some emails, scheduling some stuff, organizing some things.
Getting
a
coffee for the boss.
Get coffee for the boss, which is me.
Yes.
Which the boss is I'm the boss of me.
Because clerical
So-
sounds like madman,
so-
like secretary.
Oh right. Well, I mean it's that part
But
of our
yeah, but
job.
yeah, yeah.
It's that part
Not
of our
like
job
that,
that sucks.
like
But
shit
not a lot
that
of,
we have to do. Yeah.
yeah, not a lot of people recognize
Because
that.
we don't
but
have
we do.
we're not yet, but
Yeah,
we
we-
don't have assistants.
Yeah, we
to
don't
do
have
that
an
shit.
assistant, which that would be amazing. Oh,
was
the
actually-
flavored vodka drinking I will do when I have an assistant.
But yeah, that's good. No, it's good too. But actually, I think if you, as a guy, I think a rule guy, that if you ever get drunk or high or whatever, like, yeah, turn social media and go straight to porn. Because then, like, obviously, it all goes down to like
Porn, you mean porn drunk?
I mean, my point
Isn't
is
that depressing?
no,
Wouldn't
no,
that be-
because that takes away the whole like if you're gonna text the ex girlfriend or the girl
Oh.
or whatever, instead of doing that stupid shit or tweeting
Then
something,
you're just texting. You're
then-
not as hot as the girl I'm looking at right
then
now.
you just go straight to the porn, get done with your business, and then you're not gonna text
Is-
or call or whoever.
Okay, wait a minute. What you just said is even more disturbing than you thinking that I blacked
it's
out on
not.
clear. Yeah, because so in order to not feel desire to text a woman, you need to bust your nut.
No,
first?
I'm saying like if you're
Wouldn't
drunk,
you just be attracted to the woman
if you're
anyways?
drunk, I'm just saying like if you're drunk and you're like you're saying like the whole point of like not tweeting
Okay.
or doing a stupid
Yeah.
shit when you're drunk.
Yeah.
You know, most likely when you do that, also as a guy, when you're drunk or whatever,
Yeah.
you text or you call the girl or you do stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of doing
there's-
that, like if you're horny, just go straight to the source and
That's,
then do it. You know, that's gonna prevent you from then doing that.
there's an element. Yes, that's a good rule in life in general, though. That doesn't have to be connected to drinking.
Well, I mean,
That's just if you've got.
I'm not like horny every day, like the whole day. So it's not like I'm just
No, because you masturbate. so that takes
No,
care
but
of. That's
like-
why you're not horny for the rest of the day.
But I'm not saying it's not Mary. Is there something about Mary? Like I'm
Yes,
going to go
that's-
to a,
yes.
no, I don't need to do that. I'm
Right.
saying like your position of like, oh, I started drinking, then I got drunk, whatever. It's night, you know. Like for us, when we're in a hotel, you know,
Yeah.
like in the road, whatever, you know, like
Yeah.
like by yourself as a person, like instead of doing some crazy shit, just go straight to the point. It'll
Right.
save you from
You are-
doing
you-
stupid shit.
You do perform better in bed if you have masturbated that day. That is
No.
that is
Really?
true, too.
Just like,
Yeah, you can
That'll
last
slow.
longer.
I've heard like busting up before any important decision in life.
That's,
Yeah.
I've heard that
Yeah.
before. Like,
Unless-
there's a
yeah.
clarity and
It
Yeah.
is too.
Yes.
You are clear. You are clear.
I mean, once the regret clears,
Well,
then you're clear. You get
Once
that
you
you got
get
that
over
moment
that.
of like, oh god, I'm a terrible human being, and
Yeah,
then,
but you
then
can't
about
be
30 seconds
fucking-
you're like, oh, okay,
You can't be signing a contract
Alright.
and be like, "Hey, hold on, I gotta
This is
fucking
an-
rub
this is
one
an-
out."
This is an important
Why not?
decision. I'm gonna go,
Nah,
I'm gonna go and masturbate first.
ah, I mean,
Yeah, that's
I do believe, every guy knows the clear headed of like when you're
Yeah.
clear. That's obvious. That's zen.
yeah. That's why
everything.
they won't let. That's why boxers don't have sex before a
That's
fight
true.
because.
But why?
the-
You should be more clear, right?
Well, yeah, because I think for athletics,
You need that.
You still
want to
be intense and have.
intense. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to withhold sex to make them angry, angry and
Well,
aggressive.
same. But like, if you
is
have
the
a big
idea.
show or a big audition or something like that, do you have sex or do you jerk off?
I kind of I call an audible. I play it in the moment because sometimes even about the even if you have to go to the bathroom. So
Well,
if there's a host on. And so I tend to have a different decision each time.
Well, I'm
Like
talking
sometimes
about
I'll be
like-
like, I'll use the energy.
No, I'm
and
not.
then
But I'm not
sometimes
talking. Sorry, I'm not talking about like any show. I'm talking about like a very important show, a taping, or
Right.
like a something. Like, do you like? I'm not gonna because I actually do that. Like if I have a taping or an important thing or something, I was like, yeah, I do like I treat it like a boxer or like a athlete. I'm like, I'm
Right.
not gonna have sex or whatever. I want to be focused.
Yeah, I think I do too. I try to concentrate on.
Also, I don't
try
have
to concentrate
the-
on what I'm eating as well. I don't eat like just before it as well because I perform better on an emptier stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Sex-wise?
so little things like that. No, I mean for an important show. Sex wise, yeah,
You should too.
probably as well.
Yeah, nobody wants to eat. I mean, that's why I don't get when people go to dates and like if you go for a first date, don't go to fucking go Italian food. Like
Yeah.
get a lasagna and then you're gonna try to fuck. No,
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
Oh,
Like go sushi. Take a couple of California
do-
rolls.
yeah.
You'll be good.
food's a bad first date, I think.
No, it's not
often.
bad if it's like if you go sushi.
Right.
Like sushi,
Some
you can
bite
limit.
size,
Yeah,
so
buy
you can
size.
keep
A
it all bite
tapas
size.
place, a little tapas,
Yeah.
little things. Nothing where you're like. Also, because you don't want to be like having your stomach growl. You know?
Exactly.
But
And
also-
you don't want them smelling that.
Yeah, but also you don't want to be like.
spaghetti bolognese. Yummy.
You don't want to eat a paella right before you try.
Yeah, then she can tell where your priorities are. Like, we gotta get.
But
this.
also,
We gotta
I'm
get food.
assuming the girls too. They don't want to eat either. You know.
Yeah, you wanna. Plus, just for the sake of keeping conversation like light and bubbly when you're on dates and stuff. Yeah, I like to keep it minimal. also I have to start thinking more about how I eat in front of women, because I actually let bad habits set in.
Like
If I haven't, okay, one time I had a girlfriend fly over. I was on tour in Britain, and she American girlfriend. She flew over, but I had been on tour for a while, and I hadn't been around women. Was doing shows for the troops in Cyprus, actually, so I've been around dudes, and I hadn't had much contact with womankind. And then she showed up, and I remember we were like in North London. I'm having dinner, and I'm super excited to see her. But I wasn't paying attention to how I was eating in front of her,
just like
because I had eaten like a road animal
Yeah.
for like 2 months or whatever,
Yeah.
and I was actually like shoveling food onto my fork, like with the T-bone,
bread.
with a barren T-bone,
Yeah.
and I'm there and I'm like scooping
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh yeah, good. It was like chicken and potatoes.
And, and her pussy was drying as she was looking at you.
I remember looking up after I had done the scoop, and I looked up and just seeing the shock and
Of course.
disgust on her face, and like,
Well, that's the thing.
this is my first 24 hours with my boyfriend, and I think back to that moment. I was like I was embarrassed because I had forgotten.
Yeah, you forgot. Yeah.
You turn into an animal when you're on the road.
It's like
and
being
you're
in prison, and now you gotta go back to society. It's like it's hard.
There's I guess it's not animal, but there's dirty human behaviors that I sometimes enjoy on the road. Like I really enjoy eating in my hotel bed on the road. I love.
Oh, really?
Oh, when I land in a city,
I don't like
I love
that.
getting some food and taking it back to the hotel and just eating.
I mean, but in the bed?
Yeah, on the cover. Like I don't pull the covers over my head and sit there eating my hoagie.
But I eat in the hotel room, but I don't eat in my bed. I eat like in the desk that they have.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll flop on the bed.
Oh no.
I'll lay all the food out.
Oh.
Yeah. This is it's
What are
the
you, fucking
best.
Willy Wonka?
It's the best.
Like,
I have an ex-girlfriend who used to call it a bed picnic. I'm like, yeah, let's do bed picnic.
how much food do you get to fill your bed?
3 sides and a couple of meals, and
Jeez.
boom, you're there, and you're all
no,
sorted
I
out.
don't, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. I like. Yeah, no, I don't do that.
Jeez, look at you.
I'm also my pet peeves are also the way people eat. Like I find that very like it's one of my pet peeves, the way that people like sometimes that they don't use the utensils well, or they
right.
do. I like that that's
It's hard because I think I can eat politely if I don't think my mom's ever seen me eat like a pig, but then I forget about it.
Well,
every
at least
now and then.
I mean to me it's like at least if you forgot that because obviously you work with so many guys all the time, or like to me it's like as long as you have the awareness of like let's say we go to the Golden Globes, for example, like I mean,
and we're wearing nice clothes.
I'm assuming that you're gonna eat like a decent human being, and that to me that's the whole. What I don't like is when somebody goes to that place and they still eat like. I'm like, dude, do you know where you fucking are? Like, take a fucking course. Go to YouTube.
That would be ridiculous on the Golden Globes if they pan over to a table and there's like a whole bunch of like Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, all these cool celebrities, and then there's me like with meat on my face and just sauce. And I'm like, Golden Globes, baby.
His ponytailing, he's like, hold on, man, let me put my hair in my ponytail because I'm gonna enjoy this fucking pork chat.
Yeah, I mean, I give myself some leeway sometimes that I shouldn't. I mean, popcorn at movies is another thing too. I love to eat popcorn like a monster in the dark.
How does that?
And I have to behave if I'm on a date with somebody, and I try not to get any food really because I'm like, because if she saw me in the darkness, because I love movies, I love popcorn, I will just be sitting there in the dark and I'll end up with popcorn all over me, but it's the most enjoyable 2 hours to me. But often I don't want somebody next to me, a date.
That's one thing I realized now with my girlfriend, like now it's cool to have that trust or that
that's nice
comfortability of like, oh, I can be the pig with her, and I know, and it's not gonna.
But obviously, your version of a pig doesn't sound very. No,
but like for example, like sometimes like eating chicken. Like I think I have a bit about this of like if you have a relationship and you want to move in together with somebody, it's like eat chicken with them in person. Like
they eat chicken challenge.
In chicken challenge because like. And like with your hands. Like when you eat chicken, like a rotisserie chicken or something, or like a fried chicken, you eat it. And like, if you can see the other person going like, and you go like, well, I guess I can live with this shit, like because that's the most animalistic thing, like he or she can, if you can do that, and you'd be like, I still like her,
Yeah.
even if she's eating like an animal. Move in
Yeah.
with her, you know what I mean? But if you go see that and you're like, oh no, that's not. Yeah.
My ex Sarah, I'm not sure if you met Sarah, but she's lovely. But I used to like this about her. She used to rip chicken apart with her hands.
Like this?
No, like I mean rip, dude. She used to just
Oh, like
fucking-
man hands on
it
Seinfeld?
just kind of. Well,
Remember
no, she had
Seinfeld?
date.
Like-
Yeah, I do. Yeah, when she breaks the lobster.
It's like
She just-
it's like you wanna, and she
It
grabs
was
the
a
beer. It's like
supermodel or something.
that
Wasn't
wasn't a twist off.
Yeah.
Remember he opens the beer.
But no, she just used to do it with her hands. She doesn't carve. She wouldn't be a carver of the turkey. She used to just
with the hands.
rip
Yeah,
it
that's
off.
a little manly.
And that used to be her
I
thing.
mean, not
and
manly,
I'm
like
cool with that
animalistic.
because I was like,
But that's
yeah,
cool.
I was like, because I knew that
But did
by
she does it in
I
the
knew that by
restaurant?
allowing her to do that she would probably be more lenient when she sees me shoveling food onto my fork with a
That's
T-bone and
different. It's
stuff,
like
so-
again going to Seinfeld is like bad naked and good naked. Like a girl can walk around naked and it looks good. A guy can walk around naked and looks bad. You know
Yeah,
what I
we're
mean?
not. Yeah, we're not gifted with that
How
stuff.
long do you think that takes before you get to that place with someone?
Of walking around naked.
No, like just being comfortable, like eating in front of them.
Shit, I guess everybody's different. I mean, I think it has to be. I mean, at least. I mean, I'm first you have to live with them. I think maybe take. I mean, I'm thinking like a year and a half of like. No, I mean of feeling fully like okay, I can really be myself and be like a disgusting pig, and
Right.
because it's about knowing that like, oh, if I do this, it's not gonna be a relationship breaker. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, it's important.
it's the
Yeah.
fact of going like I'm saying, it's like
I can do it.
like I know like for example, like we're at the house and eating like animals. Like my thing is like, well, I know that if we go to a nice restaurant or to a dinner or to somebody,
Yeah.
he or she, I mean, she or me, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna behave.
Right.
That's my thing. And that's the thing. But also when
Yeah.
you meet somebody, yeah, you don't want to right away be the
No.
fucking animal.
Like-
You're like, that you gotta build it up.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
got it because my favorite food is I love ramen. I love ramen, especially here in LA.
Yeah, because I go to ramen. Tatsu ramen.
Oh, Tatsu ramen is so good down the road here, and that is not a first. That is not a relationship beginning. Ramen and anything.
Because you gotta slurp.
Slurping
Yeah, yeah,
noodles
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. That's not a.
And it's hot. You're sweating.
yeah, that's
yeah.
That's a post. That's a.
No, that's.
Oh, are we in a relationship now? Let's
Or
go
that's-
for ramen, baby.
Yeah. Or that's after fucking. Like, hey, you want to do some ramen? Because
Yeah, but even then, I don't know if like you mean after your first time together.
Well, I mean, after
you're just
that-
lying there because you're not like no cigarettes. You're like, how do you feel about noodles?
cigarettes. What is this? 19 noir film? Hey, see, so you want some ramen? See, I'll get some.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
Well, every now and then, some women like a
You
cigarette
smoke a
after
cigarette in the bed like it's like a.
I don't. I was just trying to think of.
yeah.
I,
No, because
I'm
that's
just
such a
trying to-
movie, old movie stuff. Is like, let me
Yeah,
lie to one nap.
right. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
people roll joints and stuff like that. It's not out of this world. I'm like, okay. I'm really glad that you have a nice, lovely, safe relationship,
I'm just no.
And,
I'm not. No, I mean everybody can do whatever they want.
and that
I
you
mean, I'm
never
just
get
talking about-
blackout drunk.
No,
according to your definition.
no, I got once, and that's why I learned my lesson. It was like back in when I still like my freshman year in college. I got like literally we're gonna go to a club, and that it was underage, and I was gonna go. And my sister was gonna get me in, and
Yeah.
like we had like 1 hour to do a pre party. So I literally drank like. Like a vodka,
Oh, you mixed.
whiskey,
Oh, dude.
Bacardi 151, beer, like
See,
in an
that's
hour.
bad.
In an
See,
hour.
I'm a professional.
But that was like, but I was
I
like
knew to go from
18,
vodka to
you know.
flavored
I was
vodka.
18.
Yeah.
So, but I remember like I drank and I was like, woo, and then and he was in DC.
That is how it feels. Woo! And,
I used to live in Maryland, and from Maryland to DC, it takes like where I used to live, it takes like 30 to 45 minutes to get to DC to the club.
right.
And I remember getting to my friend's car. He had a Eclipse. Remember a Mitsubishi Eclipse?
Right. Yeah.
The ones that are fucking like deep, like, and I was sitting. I remember I sat there, and then all of a sudden I'll remember just going like, I need a bag, and then I just have flashes of like me throwing up in the bag. Remember, we
Oh,
got to the
God.
place. They were carrying me to the fucking club, and the guy was like, "We can't let him in. He's under 21 and he's already fucked up." And I remember going. So I ruined the night for everybody because everybody couldn't get in because they had to take me back. I got
Right.
home. I'm in the bathroom. I'm like just like fucked up. And then my dad opens the door and he sees me, and I'm thinking my dad's gonna yell at me, like going like, "What the fuck?" And he just looks at me, and I bet I remember it was like, I guess I was so fucked up that he just looked at me and he just went like this. He just tapped me on the shoulder and just closed the door. And that to me,
Aw,
and
that's really nice.
no, that's worse because then like I looked myself in the, because I was feeling guilty, and then I looked myself in the mirror and I was like,
Oh my God! Because the first time I got drunk in front of my dad tapped me on the shoulder and then cracked one himself. Welcome to the ranks, son. Here we go.
No, but my point was like he was gonna. I was so fucked up that he's like, I can't even like punish him because he's already got his own punishment.
Yeah.
And after that, I learned. I mean, I was hungover for like 4 days. Like I was like literally like.
Wow.
And after that, that really learned my thing of like. And look, I've gotten drunk here and there on weddings and shit like that, or like New Year's Eve and stuff like that. But I've never gotten to the
sounds
point
like you don't get drunk.
like that, because I don't like that. I didn't like it. I really felt bad. I had to call everybody. I was like, my bad. I fucked that up,
Yeah.
And I don't like not being in control.
Yeah, and I get that. I understand.
I know,
that.
I'm not
but I
being-
feel
not
like
being
my
in control,
drinking is
I'm
in
hitting
control.
myself.
I don't see. Yeah, but see that. I guess that's it. I don't see it as not being in control. I go, okay, I'm in a contained environment. I know where I am. I know my plans.
Yeah, and then you hit yourself
And
all
then,
over the place.
And
when
then,
you're-
yeah, well, that's I'm 6'3". I lose some spatial awareness when I start drinking. It's part of these new injuries. I just bounce back stronger.
Yeah.
Any of your injuries are just because you have weak genes.
Yes.
My injuries are earned,
Ah.
baby.
Fucking Logan here.
Man.
yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how this comes about. Hopefully the limp will go away.
Yeah, hopefully you get better, and
Yeah.
hopefully you don't drink any more cinnamon vodka.
Yeah, I mean, you guys let us know at home. Let me know what's the alcohol that's sitting on your shelf the longest.
Oh, that's true. That's a
'Cause
good
that
one.
was mine.
And see if it's still good.
Yeah. Let's all get drunk before next week's podcast.
Follow us on all the social media, subscribe, and comment. Bye, hello.
Drink up.